Hi, I'm Abigail Kirk, and this year for PARP we will be reading The Year of the Dog by Grace Lynn. Chapter 1, A Sweet New Year. Happy New Year, Dad laughed into the phone. The phone had been ringing all night with relatives calling to wish us a happy Chinese New Year. If we had lived in Taiwan, we would have been having a big dinner with all of our relatives, aunts, uncles, and cousins. But since we live in New Hampshire, New York, they called us instead. Yes, Dad said over the phone to Uncle Leo, Happy Year of the Dog. What does it mean when it's the Year of the Dog, I asked. Our kitchen was full of rich, heavy smells because Mom and Lizzie were cooking this special Chinese New Year dinner. I was teaching Kiki how to draw a dog for our decorations. I know every Chinese New Year was a different animal, but is something special going to happen because it's the Year of the Dog? Yes, Lizzie told me, nodding her head so hard that her black hair swung back and forth. Lizzie always thought she knew everything. You know how they say a dog is a man's best friend? Well, in the Year of the Dog, you find your own best friends. That's true, Mom said, her hands mixing speckled brown meat because dogs are faithful. They say Year of the Dog is for friends and family, but there is more to it than that. The Year of the Dog is also for thinking. Since dogs are honest and sincere, it's a good year to find yourself. Find myself, Kiki said. Why? I'm not lost. We all laughed and Mom tried to explain. No, she said, finding yourself means deciding what your values are, what you want to do, that kind of thing. Like deciding what you want to be when you grow up, I asked. Yes, Mom nodded her head. Well, Lizzie said, I decided I'm definitely not going to be a chef because I'm tired of cooking. We still have to make the shrimp, the pork, the vegetables. We're never going to eat. We will, Mom said. And she looked at the clock. Pacey, stop drawing and go fill the New Year's tray. I went to the cabinet to take out the New Year's tray. We had polished it so much that you could see myself shining in the black and red wood. I also took out a bag of special Chinese New Year candy. It's very important that the New Year's tray is filled with candy. If it's full of sweet things, that means your year will be full of sweet things. Kiki hung up our drawings, then came over to help me, though she didn't really help much. All she did was eat the candy. She loved New Year's candy. I don't know why. It isn't real candy like chocolate or lollipops. New Year's candy is like sticky taffy melon flavored candy, the color of the sun. Kiki kept eating the candy, so I couldn't fill the whole tray. I looked in the cupboard. There wasn't for more, but there wasn't any more. But there were rainbow-colored M&Ms. I loved M&Ms. That's real candy. I filled the rest of the tray with that. When Lizzie saw the tray, her mouth made a big O. You can't fill the tray with M&Ms, she told me. It's a Chinese tray. Only Chinese candy is supposed to go in there. But there's not enough candy to fill it, I told her. We both looked at the tray. We couldn't decide if it was better to have a tray half empty with only Chinese candy or full of Chinese and American candy. Mom was frying food, so we took the tray to Dad. He scooped up a big handful of Chinese candy and M&Ms and ate it. This is way good, he said. We should have Chinese and American candy for the New Year. It's just like us, Chinese-American. I think it's going to be a very sweet year. The key word is candy.